Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just looking at the live chat now, and I think I'm going to disagree with quite a lot of you. But I'm gonna turn away from the live chat, and I'm going to concentrate on the camera here rather than that going on there. It's finished. Chelsea 3, West Ham United 0. A thrashing, right? An embarrassment. Completely played off the park by Chelsea. No, we weren't. I think we've got to take this one. Well, you can do what you want. I'm taking this one with a large pinch of context. Because actually, for the majority of that game, I was very proud of West Ham today. I was very proud of what I saw. I thought we were the team in the ascendancy for large parts of it. Chelsea were better at us than a lot of things today. I thought they defended set pieces very well. Well, they headed the ball very, very well. I thought we started quite slowly, actually. I thought they were faster than us, significantly faster than us. I think they had better players than us all round the pitch. But I tell you what, they lacked a leader, they lacked desire, and I think we outfought them all throughout the match. We've been let down today by two things: a lack of squad depth and a lack of cutting edge and a lack of finishing ability, basically. I'm going to go on to talk about the players individually, some of them in some capacity. And I'm not going to pin all this on any one player. Far from it at all. When they go in, what day? I don't know what day is it. What day? Monday. When the coaches of the respective two teams go into their training grounds tomorrow and look at what was wrong, I'm pretty sure Frank Lampard will have a lot more things to be unhappy about than David Moyes, because I thought we played really, really well. I think as a team we can handle one player being missing. I think possibly sometimes we can handle two. But a number, I just don't think we can handle Masuaku being out. I don't think at the same time we can handle Antonio being out, certainly. And I think then when you throw it into the mix, that certainly Lanzini, who I believe had trained with the team all weekend, I think may have made the difference today, by the way. When you lose him as well and you lose three of your players, I just don't think we can do that. We were woefully slow. We worked hard and it wasn't enough. And that really is well, it's not the end of the story. There's a lot more detail to it than just that. As I understand it, the under-23s and the under-18s both went down with COVID. I don't mean the whole team, but there were enough cases that none of them could appear on the bench. So today was the first time that we were allowed 9 players on the bench. We couldn't put Harrison Ashby on there. We couldn't put any of the young players who you think might have been on there, be they Nathan Holland or anybody else, to pad it out. I don't know why David Moyes put 2 goalkeepers in. I really don't. We were never going to bring 2 goalkeepers on, although it did look at one point like we might have to bring 1 goalkeeper on. I thought we pressed well. I thought we passed well. There were numerous times in that match where we put all the pressure on Chelsea. And let's be fair, Chelsea got a win at some point. We were really, I thought we battled hard. I thought we tried. James Gunn, 199. Thank you very much indeed, James. I thought we battled hard. I thought we tried. I mean, James had just said, Moyes got it wrong from the start. I didn't. I didn't really see an awful lot else that we possibly could have done there. Sebastian Haller. Let's talk about Sebastian Haller for just a minute. Sorry, just before I do this, is the thing, I get distracted by the chat. Andreas said crossing was poor tonight. Andreas, everything was poor tonight, by the way, apart from attitude, desire, endeavour, and running, and pressure, and pressing, and all of those things were there. And actually, I'm pleased to see those things being in evidence. The actual football technique, control of football, poor. Passing, poor. Pace, poor. Cutting edge, poor. But what it shows is that we've got a framework of a team, and I'm really pleased, bearing in mind what a good number of players that they've got. And they've got a lot of very, very good players, by the way. Sebastian Haller is a funny one because, he divides opinion. I mean, he really does. You rarely get anybody saying in the chat, he's, I'm undecided, or I can't quite make up my mind. People either think he should go, or they think he's brilliant and he should be given a run of games to start every game. He didn't have a bad game today. His attitude didn't stink. He He won some tackles and he won some headers, and he dropped deep to pick up the ball. He did almost everything today, but the one thing he didn't do is provide a goal threat. And the one chance where particularly somebody as big as him, you might think he's going to head it in, he headed it woefully wide. And I really do think there was fine margins tonight. I think we were a good striker and one creative midfielder away from actually beating Chelsea again today. I really do. I think we built up so much pressure. I think you've got to give them some credit, though, as well, because they were under the cosh. We were going at them, and I thought their heading was really good. I thought they defended our set plays better than anybody else has, but we started really, really slowly. We lacked technique. They were winning the set pieces. They were getting corners. Then we started getting pressure. We started getting into the game. But a good save from Fabianski, a weak shot from Werner. He was going to go on and do another weak shot later on, which actually going to result in a goal. The one thing, and I was really quite proud of the team when we came back in that first half. One of the things that, when you talk about technique, it's easy to talk about passing and ball control and stuff like that. I thought our heading technique was poor tonight. I thought we would go up, we would win headers, but we wouldn't direct them to where there was anybody. We seemed to head it a lot into the space where there were no West Ham players. It wasn't because we weren't running and filling spaces. It's just, if someone's going to receive the ball there, and he had a teammate stood there, we'd head it that way. Everyone, by the way, everyone, even people like Souček, who were, are good in the air. I thought we were quite poor, but I actually thought at half-time, I thought we were the best team, to be honest with you. I really did. I thought in the second half, Chelsea are going to reshuffle, they're going to regroup, and they're going to come out better. Well, they didn't. They didn't, okay? I was looking at it, and actually, they defend. As I say, we had a bad missed header from Haller. I thought Chelsea were defending really well from headers. Sebastian Haller was offside repeatedly. I don't want to make out like I'm constantly picking on him, but I do think the striker is the focal point in the team. I think we lacked a lot of creativity behind him. I hate seeing Mark Noble and Pablo Fornals in the same team, by the way. I really do. That being said, I thought he worked his arse off today again, Fornals. I think Noble grew into the game and got better as the game went on. In the end, we were playing well. In the end, they ended up taking off Ben Rama. So I should go with a goal. The first goal, where are we? Beg your pardon. Where's my notes? Yes, Silva, header from a corner. He was Bowen's man. Bowen should have been marking him, all right? And he lost Bowen. Fair enough. But why was Bowen marking a centre-half? That's what I didn't understand. Bearing in mind, his heading was really good today. Much better than I thought it would be, if the truth be known. Why did we earmark a small winger, possibly the smallest player we got on the pitch, to mark somebody like that? I don't know. I thought that was really, really puzzling. They knew something was wrong, because anyone noticed when Chelsea had additional corners after that, we put somebody else on Silva. But we put Cresswell on Silva, who did a little bit of a better job, to be fair. But I find we got a lot of tall guys in the team. I found that sort of quite strange. Anyway, that was it. Silva headed it in from the corner. That's the first goal. It was 1-0. It was early on in the game as well. I thought we were better after that. I really did. I thought we went at them. In fact, I thought from their first goal to their second, we were the best team. For most of that game, we were the best team. Not brilliant, not swashbuckling, but we were better than them. In fact, I thought they were a bit of an embarrassment, to be fair, Chelsea. I thought they must have been thinking at that point West Ham were going to score. Sure, I thought West Ham were going to score. I'm pretty sure the commentators thought it anyway. Benrahma came on for Fornals. I'm not sure if I said that already. Didn't really impact the game at all. Went 2-0. Werner miskicked. He basically had a shot on goal. It was a terrible, terrible, terrible weak shot. And I think Abraham just sort of read it and tapped it in. It was an easy goal, and I felt it was a tired goal from us. I felt like we'd almost put everything into that game, and because we hadn't got anything out of it, because we couldn't get a goal, because we couldn't get that end product. I don't think our heads dipped. We carried on working. Even at 3-0 down, we were trying to go and score. We were up their end and that. But I don't know. I don't know. This is why it's important to have a cutting edge in the team. This is why it's important to have a good striker. Yes, I know Haller's a good striker, but he lacks a cutting edge. He really does. You can't rely on him scoring an overhead kick in every game. And by the way, he tried it again today, just in case you didn't see the game. Anyway, that was 2-0. 3-0. What can I say? Ball came over. Pulisic basically challenged Fabianski, but knocked Fabianski onto the floor. And then Abraham's tapped into an empty net. Doesn't tell the full. Doesn't tell the full story. I really don't. Is someone saying Moyes out? I don't know. Ben's having a laugh. Anyway, there we go. It was a shame. I thought today was a shame. Under other circumstances, I think we could have done. I think we could have done okay. I really do. I don't think there's an awful lot that needs doing. I just hope that the board and David Moyes do it. I'm going to go. Kevin is there. I'm going to pick up on that, mate. Kevin says Bowen was brilliant and Soufal. So let's get to the players that played well there, because Kevin's just picked out two of them there. Soufal was excellent today. Very, very good. Bowen was perpetual motion. Really good. Just a constant threat. Against them. Just absolutely wonderful. I mean, put it this way. Chilwell injured himself scrambling to get hold of Bowen. And I also thought Declan Rice was good today, as you would expect. I don't know if anybody saw the build-up, and Gary Neville was saying, Jamie Carragher was praising him. Gary Neville was sort of playing him down, said, he's more of a centre-half playing in midfield. He looks a bit like a centre-half playing in midfield. Well, I thought tonight, again, he was an excellent midfielder. Some of his passing, some of his dribbling, the set play, we had the ball in the back of the net, probably. I should have said that. We actually had the ball in the back of the net twice. The first one, Declan Rice was just offside. Clever set play. What a Paul Nevin special. Won't be able to do that one again, by the way, because everyone's expecting it now. I actually thought, is anything wrong with the Bowen goal, by the way? I thought that was a goal. Would have been different then. Would have been very different. Would have been 1-1. It's a funny one. Yes, Declan Rice played well. I thought Souček didn't do bad at all. But Soufal, excellent again. Bowen, excellent. And then just a load of hard workers, really. I thought Cresswell had his weakest game, let's be fair there, for a little while. This is why we have to play the other formation at the moment with that personnel. But unfortunately, the Masuaku injury. I said this to somebody in the week, and they asked I did a video on the forum channel maybe yesterday or the day before, and then somebody asked, did I honestly think that it changed the formation because Masuaku got injured? And I do. I honestly believe that. I think he wants Cresswell at left centre half. I think he wants Masuaku at left wing back. And it's I think it's proved so. Cresswell at left back is just not going to work. And the times when he was in advanced positions to get forward, I do believe that his crossing was poor tonight. That wasn't the normal Cresswell crossing. Just generally, corners crossing were bad, but Chelsea did defend them very, very well. I'm just going to go with what Chris Paul said, because that's how I feel about it there. As I say, I can't watch all the, thanks for tuning in. He said 3-0 loss and we were a better team for 3/4 of the match. Something to be proud of. We were missing key players. That's how I see it. West Ham can't afford to miss that many players. It's something's got to be addressed. I thought we were good. I honestly, for large parts of the match, I thought we were good. Just lack a cutting edge that we got from the goalkeeper all the way to the edge of their box, and sometimes we cross it in there. It's quite funny actually. For some reason, my mind was turning to that first game of the season against Newcastle, and you remember the cutting edge that Callum Wilson had. I'm not suggesting we should have gone out and bought Callum Wilson. It was just, I don't know. I just looked at it. I thought that's the sort of thing we need. Not even necessarily that stature of player or that kind of player, but he's sharp and he's a goal threat. And I think those are the two things we sort of lack up front: sharpness and threatening the goal. I could list you 4 or 5 things. I've already said it in this video. 4 or 5 things that Sebastian Haller did really, really well. Holding up the ball, bringing others into play, closing down, trying to run the channels. He did a lot of stuff well. First touch, sometimes good. A lot of stuff. No goal threat. You've got to have a goal threat. I'm sorry, particularly when you are having a team where you've got Mark Noble and Pablo Fornals in the team, so you don't really have that other creativity. You need someone that is going to cause the opposition defence a load of nightmares, not that's going to keep coming deep, but someone that's going to stretch them, someone's going to get in behind, someone, if they have one shot, is going to score a goal. I just didn't feel we had that. And, it's becoming a bit of a, it's a bit, it's becoming a bit of a feature. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you lot. I'm gonna leave you lot to it. John's in there. He says, I didn't think we were that bad today. We were great until the final cross. We really were. We really were. Look, people are angry. People are disappointed. I can see. I can see lots of that. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up now. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, by the way, folks. I'm going to go and do the player ratings on the Patreon now. If you're a patron, you're watching this, I'll do it live. Give me 5 minutes to set it up. I'll put the link on the Patreon page, and then we'll have a little bit more of a chat, because this is going absolutely crazy, this chat. Thanks for tuning in. We've got videos coming up. Got videos coming up tomorrow on the forum channel. We've got a Patreon video coming up now. Thank you for Charlie for doing that watch along, my friends. Well done. And as if you know, people are asking where Gio was. Gio joined Charlie for the watch along. He was in there at half time. So anyway, look, I'm going to go now. Disappointing, but you know what? Have a good Christmas, everybody, because I'm probably not going to see you before. Not on. Well, I will actually do a video every day. I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, look, not the end of the world. It wasn't a 3-0 game. And you look at that scoreline, people see that scoreline and think, oh, wow, Chelsea, they've completely turned West Ham over. I don't think it tells the story of the game. Take care, and I'll see you very soon.